Welcome to this full body gentle yoga practice. I'm Deb, and today's practice has a deep stretch for the hips, a relaxation for the low back, and inviting flexibility for the full body. Whether you're a beginner or you've been practicing for many years, I'll provide you with lots of options, so no matter where you are in your journey, there's a place for you here today. You may want to have one block with you today, a pillow or a folded blanket, just for some support, but none are necessary. All you really need is a space to spread out and comfy clothes. So go get ready, and when you are, I'll meet you on the mat. We'll begin today in a long diamond with the soles of the feet together and a gentle bend in the knees. If your hips are uncomfortable here, you might slide a block or a folded blanket under each knee. Sit up nice and tall, placing your hands on your shins or your ankles. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward over your legs, only going as far as your body allows. There's no destination, just an invitation to soften. And you could stay right there, or perhaps you walk your hands forward a little more, allowing the spine to round gently. Find the place where you feel ease, a gentle stretch in the hips and the low back. Feel the opening through the inner thighs and the hips. Using your breath, soften those spaces. And now gently walk your hands back up to seated and bring your feet as wide as your mat. And we'll windshield wipe the legs side to side just a couple of times. Take your time. Both knees fall to the left and then over to the right. Just a gentle warm up for the hips and the spine. Maybe one more time. And then bring your knees up to the center and we'll bring ourselves to a tabletop on our hands and knees. Once you're there, place your right hand to the center of the mat, allowing room to bring the right foot forward into a low lunge, being careful to place the foot directly under your knee. Here you may want to use a block to rise you up just a bit. Both hands on the block. Your back knee rests on the mat, and if your knee is sensitive, a blanket might be a nice thing to have there. Lift your chest slightly and breathe. Allow your hips to sink squarely towards the mat. Now, the higher you have your hands or the higher you lift your chest, the more intensity you'll feel in that left hip flexor. All right, from here, shift the hips back. Bring your block back with you if you're using it. Straighten the front leg and flex the foot towards you. Now glide forward back into your low lunge. And then shift back and extend the front leg, pull the toes forward. To low lunge again. Shift back one more time and just hold here for a couple of breaths. Shifting forward again. This time we're going to come to a lizard pose. For beginners, keep your hands on the block, and for intermediate, we're going to lower our elbows onto the block or all the way on the mat. Let the hips sink, squared to the floor. Take your focus back to your breath. You are opening up so much here. The hip, the groin, the inner thigh, and just stay here for several slow, deep breaths. And maybe while you're here, repeat this affirmation to yourself. I grow and improve every day. Carefully rise up again and set your block aside. And then we'll come back to child's pose. Bring that right knee back. Sink the hips and your bottom to your feet and arms up over your head. Just taking a couple of breaths in and out here before we move to the other side. Lift your head and carefully come back up to your table. Now take that left hand to the center of your mat and the left leg steps forward with the knee right over your ankle. Bring your block over if you like, at whatever height feels good for you, squaring the hips towards the mat. Sink down into that mat, feeling the stretch in the right hip flexor this time. Lift your chest nice and tall. Use your body to hold you up and not just your arms. Breathing in, exhale out, and let's move to those forward and back motions and add the stretch of the hamstring. Bring the block back a little closer towards that right knee. Shift the hips back, extend the right leg, and bring your toes toward your nose. Forward again. Sink back. One more time forward. And then sink back and hold for a couple of breaths here, stretching out that hamstring. Shift forward. Move the block forward. And again, your hands could be on the floor or on the block, your choice. For a deeper stretch, you could lower your elbows down to the block or all the way down to the floor. Let the hips sink down and towards the mat. Taking your focus back to your breath, opening the hip, the groin, and the inner thigh. Reminding yourself that it's okay to take things one step at a time. Breathing in, slow exhales out, sinking into the stretch. Carefully use your hands to rise back up again, and we'll set that block aside and bring that left leg in and back to our table. Now, if you'd like to use your block under your head for just a headrest, bring it along with you. Otherwise, set it aside. We're going to come to thread the needle in child's pose. Sink the hips back. This time, thread the left arm underneath the right shoulder. Reach that right arm up and over your head. Now, if this is too much stretch for your neck, you can always place your head on a block here. Now think about lengthening your neck and inching your ear away from your shoulder. Breathe into this. If that arm over your head is too much for you, simply bend the elbow and let your arm rest a little more down on the floor or by the side. Use your exhales to help you soften. Now using your right hand to press your way up, we'll thread the other side. Right arm comes underneath the left shoulder. Reach that left arm up overhead if you like, and your head can be on the block or on the floor. And again, if that's too much stretch for your arm, you can bend the elbow and let your arm rest comfortably on the mat. To deepen the stretch in the upper back and your shoulder, reach that right arm further away from you, deepening the twist through the upper spine. And once you've found where you'd like to be and it feels good, soften your body into the mat. Carefully come out of the pose and use your left hand to press your way up. And from here, we'll stretch the shoulders in the opposite direction. You may want to have your blanket out and on the mat as we're coming down to our tummies this time. Extend your right arm out to the side with the palm down and turn your body over to the side. You could have both knees bent comfortably here. You could have your head under a block if you like. Or maybe you lift that left knee, pointing the knee towards the ceiling and planting that foot behind the opposite thigh. Resting here comfortably, adding a little bit of a twist and a little more intensity into that shoulder stretch. This should be a gentle release in the chest and the shoulder. Never pinching, never pain. And if it's too much intensity for you, simply bring that knee down and stack one knee on top of the other. You could also bring that left hand down in front of you and unwind the twist just a bit. Gently and slowly roll back to your tummy, extending both legs out. Bring that right arm in and extend the left arm out to the side with the palm down. Roll to the side. You may want to block under your head here. Keeping both knees bent, just relax here for a breath or two. And then maybe you take that right leg, step it behind the opposite leg, and holding here with the knee bent. This is a deep release for the chest and the shoulder. So find the right amount of stretch for your shoulder, keeping both knees bent and lying on top of each other is perfect if that's perfect for you. You could also bring that right hand to the front of your chest and lean slightly forward, finding what's best for you. Your breath is your medicine here. Let it travel to wherever you're holding tension and tightness. Gently unwind here and return to your belly. Extend both legs out. Then move your block aside. Bring your hands up under your chest and press all the way up, and we'll come to our bottoms for an easy seat. For your easy seat, just cross your shins in front of you with the right shin in front of the left this time. I'm bringing the block because we'll fold forward, and you might want the block to do that. For those wanting a deeper hip opening, stack your shins on top the other into a square pose, right shin over the left. And if square pose isn't available to you today, just stay in easy seat. Both are beautiful and both are exactly right. Now, if you'd like to take this a little deeper, bend your arms and place your elbows on top of the block. And then bring your hands together and rest your head in your hands. So your hands could be on the floor, elbows on the block. Or to take it even deeper, maybe place the elbows all the way down and on the floor. Find what's best for you, and then focus on your breath and just relax into the pose. Let the hips release, the spine lengthen, and the mind settle. Carefully rise up from here. And then unwind your legs wherever you are. If you're at an easy seat and the left is in front of the right, switch so now the right is in front of your left. If you're coming to square pose, now we'll take that left shin over the right shin. Squared in front of you. Relax the hips down and back. And then gently we'll start to walk the hands forward. Maybe you choose to have the elbows on the block again. Hands come together and rest your head in your hand. Or perhaps your body is open enough for a deeper pose today and the elbows are on the floor. Always finding what's best for you and what's best for your body today. Only going as far as is comfortable for you, where you feel a stretch, but never pain, never pinching. A place where you can breathe comfortably and easy, softly breathing in and nice slow exhales out. Wherever you are, carefully rise yourself back up again. Unwind your legs, and we'll come all the way down into our backs now. Lower onto your back. Extend your legs long, resting your hands by your sides, palms facing up. Take a full breath in. On your inhale, sweep the arms wide and up overhead. A big full body stretch at the top. Bring the palms of your hands together in prayer hands. Exhale. Draw your prayer hands all the way down to the midline, back to your heart. Maybe pause for a moment at your heart and release the hands back down by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up and wide again. Palms meet overhead. Exhale, prayer hands float down to the heart. Bring your hands back down by your sides, palms up. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Prayer hands together. Exhale, hands to heart. And then slowly let the arms float back down by your sides. One more breath. Inhale, sweep up. Prayer hands to heart. And let the hands float back down by your sides. And then notice the energy moving through you. And now bend your knees and place your feet flat on the mat, hip-width distance apart, and settle your back down. Arms along by your sides. Take a breath in. Tuck the belly button into your spine, engaging the core. We're going to come to bridge pose. Press your feet into the floor and slowly lift the hips up until the knees, the hips, and the shoulders are aligned. Lift as high as feels comfortable for you. Even an inch off the mat is a bridge. Lift a little higher if you can, keeping the core engaged, the glutes, the feet pressing into the floor. Slowly lower back down. Maybe you readjust the feet, the hips, whatever you need here. Take a breath in. Exhale. Engage the core and tuck the belly button into your spine. Press into your feet and lift the hips. Now you could stay right here, or perhaps if you'd like to take it a little deeper, come up on the toes and bring the feet a little closer. Clasp the hands, roll the shoulders underneath you, and lift the hips a tiny bit higher this time. Find your pose and hold the pose there. If you need to come down a level at any time, you're welcome to do that. Hold if you can. Rest if you need to. Let's bring this all the way down slowly and carefully and walk the feet back out. Now draw both knees into your chest, tuck your chin to chest and round your back. And then roll back down. And then placing your hands on your knees, begin to make slow circles with your knees, massaging the low back and releasing the sacrum. Slowly moving in one direction, and then maybe you switch directions. Let it feel good on your low back. Go slow enough that you can feel that massage and let it be nourishing. Maybe one more circle. And then bring your knees in into the outsides of your body. Flex the feet and bring them up towards the ceiling in happy baby. Today, let's take the 2 peace fingers around the big toe and draw your knees into the sides of your body. You could also just reach for the inside arch of the foot or the outside blade of the foot. finding what's most comfortable for you. Now we'll bend the left leg and extend the right leg up just as much as is comfortable for you. And if that's too much for you holding on to the toe, you can reach for the calf or the thigh. Now let's switch. Extend the left leg out and bend the right. Waking up the hamstring gently. We'll switch again, and this time we'll hold the right leg straight just a little bit longer. Using your breath, relax into the stretch. Have as much bend in that knee as you need. If you're holding the big toe and you feel like you need to move your hand down a little farther to the calf or the thigh, you do that anytime. Move slowly and mindfully. Now let's switch. Bend the right leg and extend the left, and we'll hold there. Relaxing into the pose with as much bend in the knee as you need. You can slide the hand down along the calf or the thigh again. Just resting comfortably, breathing in, exhale out. Now slowly and mindfully release that leg, leaving both knees bent. Give your knees a little hug. Maybe you draw them in together and drop your knees down into the floor. Settling your shoulders and your back down into the mat. Cross the left thigh over the right thigh, and then gently draw your knees into the center of your chest. Feeling the stretch into the outer right hip here. Draw your left knee over towards the right shoulder now, increasing the stretch in the outside of the hip. You could still hold on to that first knee closest to your chest, or maybe you reach to the knee farthest away. Now release your hands and allow your feet to come down to the floor, arms out to a T. We're going to drop the knees to the right, keeping the cross in the legs if you can for twisted roots. If that's too much, just stack one knee on top of the other. It's still a beautiful stretch for the spine, a beautiful stretch for the hips. Finding which variation of the pose fits you best today. Maybe take your focus to your breath here. Feel the chest rise as you inhale and it sinks down as you exhale. Softening the shoulders down and onto the mat. Just allowing gravity to pull you closer to the floor, a little bit at a time. Gently unwind. Bring your knees back up to the center. Uncross that left leg and we'll cross the right thigh now over the left thigh. Draw your knees into the center of your chest. Holding on to the knee closest to the chest, or perhaps you'd like to reach for the knee farther away. Now draw that right knee over towards the left shoulder, increasing the stretch in the outer thigh and into the IT band. Just hold your hands where it's comfortable, either on the knee closest to the chest or a little farther away on the shin. Relax your shoulders back and down and relax the grip in your hands. Soften that space between your eyes and let go. Slowly breathing in, nice slow exhales out. Release your legs and we'll come to an easy twist. Bring the arms out to a nice T. Maybe you shift the hips a bit and maybe you keep the legs crossed for twisted roots, or maybe it feels better for you to keep one knee stacked on top of the other. Find which pose works best for you and relax into the pose. Allow your shoulders to rest down and on the mat. Focus for a moment on that right shoulder. And as you exhale, allow it to sink a little closer towards the floor. Slowly draw everything back to the center. Uncross your legs. And we'll come to our final resting pose. Perhaps you extend the legs for Savasana. Or maybe you choose constructive rest with the knees bent, allowing the knees to knock in together and giving the low back a little more ease today. Wherever you are, allow your body to settle completely into the mat. Soften that space between your eyes and allow your cheeks, your jaw, your neck to relax. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and surrender the full body of your weight to the earth beneath you. Bringing your awareness to your breath now, I invite you to some square breathing where you inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and rest at the bottom for a count of 4. Let's begin. Inhale, pause, exhale, and pause. This is square breathing. Take this next minute for square breathing or just relaxation and a little bit of silence. I'll let you know when it's time. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to bring some gentle movement back into your fingers and your toes. Maybe gently roll your wrists or your ankles. If you'd like to, you could stretch your arms up overhead and give your whole body a full body stretch. Take your time wherever you are, and when you're ready, roll onto your side and then press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this yoga today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste, and peace be with you. I'd love it if you would subscribe and join me for more videos just like this. I'll see you soon. Bye.